Because saving us from all our botches.
Awesome. We're live. Take her, Venno.
Welcome to another episode, session, whatever you want to call it, of Starfinder against the Aeon throne. And Marb, you're still muted in VC. Nobody can see you.
Okay,
That's better.
it's working now.
Test. Oh, wait.
I like liquor and whores. Liquor and whores. You guys seen that? Surely, I hope. Never mind. Okay, let's go. Venno.
Yeah, don't call me Shirley.
Everything's
Well,
gonna be all right.
I can't remember if last session was a short session or not, but I know it's been 3 weeks. Does anybody remember what happened? Anybody want to give the recap?
Yeah, I'll do my best to do so. So we finally made it to the space station where we're supposed to rescue some folk.
Moon.
Moon.
It's a
That's
okay.
no
It's in
moon.
space
No.
and it's a
stop.
station. Just because it also happens to be a moon doesn't mean it's not still a space station.
It's a multitasker.
We're
Yes.
on a boat.
Anyway, we locked the dock inspector in a crate in our ship because we were super convincing. We're like, come into our no window white van ship, Mr. Dock Inspector.
With
We have candy.
stuffed
Yeah, here's
animals on the
candy.
dash.
Yes, and so we locked him in there, and so he's in there now. And then we decided to go further in the station, and I think Professor Sivrak's been trying to work with the remotes, the camera remotes, or what have you.
Yeah, I was
And
doing something with the system.
yeah, and anyway, we were trying to distract him, and so someone, I forget who, was like pretending to dress me down
Because you're the.
because I'm the slave,
I think that was Zampano.
or
Yeah.
I guess not slave. I guess I shouldn't call myself a slave, but am I? Like, I think I'm a servant.
Well, you're probably. I think you said that you were playing it off as a servant. You know, you're decked up
something.
in. I think you are decked up in the Aeon Guard armor, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm a victim in this game of
Yeah.
institutional spacism.
Yeah, because
So,
Yeah,
the AI
androids.
guys, the androids are like fourth
Not
class
considered
citizens.
Yeah, they're not considered sentients. They're basically tools to the Aslantean.
exactly. So I'm a giant tool in game
Big
as well
tool.
as in life.
Well, Wick is a big tool, so
Yeah, a giant tool, sir. But
Shit,
yeah,
Wick.
so that's what's happening is I'm being dressed down and given a tongue lashing.
How I don't remember how we got the disguises though. Cotton's disguised as a Aslanti. He's taller. He's wearing stilts.
We also had those like serums that let us look different.
Spinster. Thank you, Sven.
But it didn't really help Cotton. He had to wear stilts.
by the way, remind me, Marb, that if you do have to do any sort of dex related things that you're, or as far as like moving around, you're definitely going to get a penalty.
Well, that sucks, Finno. You know, I'll definitely remind you to penalize me. Good evening,
Go out
Sven.
and back
Thanks for the
get the
biddies.
Example,
Get the
It's
switch
weird,
that I'm gonna
huh?
use to beat you with. That's what it
for
sounds like.
example, you know, if Cotton were to attempt to dance or something,
Well,
you know, that would be a negative because you're
hey,
on
man.
stilts.
You know, in certain places, it's expected a person to wear platform shoes anyway. So, you know, I'm pretty good. I can put my boogie shoes on when I need to.
Anyway, yes, you managed to secure the oh shit, what was that officer position? Customs,
Yeah,
the
customs inspector,
intake.
the dock inspector, that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beat him up.
Officer Stadenko.
yeah, I think y'all knocked him out with a
Import
really good
export.
hit, and then shoved him in some sort of storage locker and locked him in.
Yeah, I knew
I
that
remember-
Veno would get me back tonight for last
I
night.
remember Jeremiah hid in a
Oh,
crate.
I,
and
Marb, I don't
I'm
blame
kidding, buddy.
anybody for last night.
Well,
I'm
that's
kidding.
why the
I know you.
revenge is so little. He doesn't mind, but now you can't dance.
Brad brought it up, so he brought it up in chat over there. I'm sorry, we completely interrupted Michael. So what'd you say, Mike?
Oh, I was just gonna say thank you. I was gonna say I remember Jeremiah hid in a crate, and the idea was he was gonna pop out guns blazing, but then we just convinced the guy to like fuck off and go in the ship and get locked up. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all
Oh
knocked him
no
out.
no
and
no
locked
no
him
no no
up.
no! That was for when we were gonna steal the ship. That was the
Okay.
idea for stealing the ship.
That's right, Spin.
No, for the
No.
cargo thing,
Yeah,
Safe,
just
safe,
lured
safe,
him
safe.
in
T
and
T
just
T T. Dance, dance,
popped
dance,
cargo
dance.
inspector. There we go.
Huh.
That's what we're calling him.
You can dance if you wanna. You can leave your friends
And then I think you
behind.
were dancing to, or no, you weren't dancing. Cotton
no,
can't dance.
no. The dancing
were-
thing was a
I
good idea,
can't
but we
dance.
decided against
The
it.
only thing about him is the way he walks.
Only
But then-
thing about me is
You
the
can
way
dance
I
the way I walk.
walk.
I'm a ladies' man. No time to talk.
I believe Zampano was yelling at Jeremiah because then Cotton and the professor opened the door up
Okay.
with the panel. We had to make it so they couldn't see the panel we were working on.
Cotton didn't do anything intentionally to. What were you
But
blaming
yeah,
Cotton
there
for?
is.
No, I said he did a good thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you like
He was
spoke with him or
singing
whatever you called
like
him for
90s songs from Earth there for a second.
distract- this is
We're
the
gonna
part
need
that
his
I'm
skills real
like
soon.
foggy on. Is
Cut.
what happened once you entered here, and I did read
I
that
think
I had.
we ended
Yeah.
the
Well,
session.
Well,
We
this
had like a
NPC
10-minute
wasn't
discussion on what side of the door we were on, and then we ended it.
Yes, that's right. We did.
involved. Okay.
But then the stream continued on for
And just us
14,
kinda
14 hours.
Oh,
remember last week? Wick didn't
Right.
show up, so well, let's raid somebody. So we raided somebody, and I thought I shut everything down. I'm just like, boom, I went to bed. Drake texts me the next morning. Hey dude, you're still streaming? What? Got my stream hours up, and there was like 7 people in there. So
And that's how Marb's famous masturbation scene got
Yeah,
released.
You
don't.
Yep,
Yep.
You got more viewers than when you actually stream.
That's right.
Ouch.
Oh, ouch!
Wow.
Ouch!
To
Ow.
the heart.
Chow.
You said 7 people, and that's more than right now. It's just
Spetsy's here, which I know who Spetsy is. Spin is here. Veno's here. Brad's here. Hell, the gang's are. Let's play. Let's play Starfighter. We are on this side of the door, right?
yes,
now.
you have walked through the door, and you do see this armed person up here that seems to be guarding this airlock, and then a hallway that extends to the west.
Okay, so do we know the layout of the space station?
It's a prison. Just call it a prison.
Sure, whatever, man. Do we know the
It's
layout?
stationary in space.
Well, technically, by space engineers' rules, it would be considered a station, but that's neither here nor there.
I don't think we
I guess what I'm
Motherfucker!
Do we know
Good.
what this dude's guarding?
do we know what area we're in?
Phew.
Aslante's space.
Because
You
we
have-
know the one is J block.
Thank you.
I think it's J block, right?
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes, I
Spin.
believe you've actually entered J block.
All right, do we know that the prisoners are in J block?
Jenkin did that to me.
Yeah.
Jenkin gifted a sub to
This
Spin.
seems to be the entrance
Jenkin,
to J block.
Okay, so is he guarding the entrance?
No,
Oh.
that's the airlock.
Always good to hear from you,
Um,
buddy. That one got me.
say if there's
I
any
was
sort of
just getting
windows or
kind of
anything on
kicked
the
back in my
airlock.
chair too.
I'm guessing the entrance is west of here.
I mean, you're welcome to attempt to.
This is an
Chatter
escape
up.
route. Wait, there's someone over there.
Hello, Caesar.
do your thing. Don't fall down.
Do what? What am I doing?
This person doesn't seem to be paying any mind to you whatsoever.
Let's just keep going then.
All right, so Jeremiah is going to approach her. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh
Okay.
God, he's gonna start preaching.
Oh. Meanwhile, the professor's trying to sneak away.
Okay, first
Oh.
of all, can I tell what type? Is this a fellow android or a person? What do I
No,
see here?
this is a person. This is an
Okay.
Aslanti. Um, she sees you coming up and she's like, "Ugh, who the hell let you in here?"
Someone please get control of the android. He is starting to malfunction again.
And I kind of like go twitchy. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of off my meds, but for androids, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm trying to distract her so that someone else can kind of look past her or try to maybe, you know what I mean? Like get some more intel on what she's guarding.
Excuse me, I'll have a look at this android.
Nah, please see that you do.
Does not compute. Does not compute.
Get him, guys!
Really?
No. I'm gonna try to
I'm gonna-
lead Jeremiah away from here. On my stilts.
Okay. While he puts my hand on, I like purposely, or I try to do it like an accident, but it's really on purpose. I like fall into her, and just try to grab, grab her arm for support or to, you know what I mean, just to get her away from like a key lock or maybe pickpocket her if she's got a key or something on her.
Corporal Zampano, get control of your droid. Cotton's trying to mask his voice. Get control of your voice. He's trying to sound bigger.
Yep, feeling up the opposition.
No, I do it in a very
Do you have like performance or sleight of hand or?
let's see. I got survival, athletics. Oh, I got acrobatics. Can I just like do an acrobatic check to try to,
Performance.
spin her around and?
Error must backflip.
I think it's bluff.
Cartwheel
Performance is
sequence
bluff.
activated.
Yeah, bluff would be acceptable too. And I think everybody is capable of bluffing. You just may not be that good at it.
I'm okay at it, I guess.
Well, I'm trying to bluff here.
Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to maintain my presence as maybe a commander of these people and trying to get this droid under, so.
You seem to be convincing her quite well.
Okay. So no one's going to try to pickpocket her while I'm manhandling her?
I thought about running intimidation on her and tell her the only person that talks that way to the android is me.
I'm not. Let's see if Cotton.
She scoffs at you, Zampano.
Well, I didn't roll yet. She's not allowed to scoff.
I want to see if Cotton would even. No, Cotton doesn't even pick up on the fact you're trying to pickpocket her, man. He's like, yeah, he's
not even picking up on it.
He's not picking up, but that's kind of beyond. You got to kind of paint a picture for Cotton sometimes, man.
Where's the damn?
So can I help you, gentlemen?
My circuit's overloaded. I need map of area before I can do my job.
Oh shit! I forgot. Is that what the big deal is?
You could just cancel it.
Yeah. No, I wanted to move. I wanted to move on my stilts.
I need update of map area so I can know where I'm going.
You should know androids aren't allowed to that information. It's blah, 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 classified.
Now I'm going to try an intimidate roll because I'm like, I am special android on special mission, and how dare you don't listen to my master's
turn him off.
Parameters.
Corporal Zampano, turn him off. Oh.
A stream of urine runs down her leg.
I don't know about that. She kind of takes a step back and just gives you this weird looks like, what the hell? And
Well,
she
that
says,
was our thing, though, right? That's what we told everyone, that we were on a special mission, right? Am I misremembering?
No, that's right. That was our plan. I just didn't know that
yeah,
we were
well,
going to pause and talk to all these guards. I thought we'd just kind of get to where we needed to go and get the hell out of
Well,
here.
I just figured.
I mean,
I figured we would. Why not?
either get your questions
Not
out of the way
Jenkins.
or
Thank you,
leave me
buddy.
be, please.
Have a good one.
We need to know what you were.
I'll
Where does
PM
the
you a
Sherlock
couple
lead?
times in a few hours just to see if you're still awake.
A landing pad.
I see. Well, we were promised that no one would disturb our mission, and we need the area clear. Can we just confirm that the landing pad does not have any currently active ships on it? Shh. Sivrak, don't say it.
Sorry, I'm just double checking the thing.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Where did
I mean,
Sivrak go?
technically, the professor and Wits sneaked down the hallway to look around.
Well,
I give a meaningful look at Zimpano, like, get ready for Operation Push her out into space.
push her out in Operation Push her out in space, really?
There are no. I hope you're not saying this aloud.
No, I give him the look, that look.
I like the naming scheme here.
It seems to be empty, from what I can tell.
Give you a look right back.
Well, we just need to confirm, ma'am.
Yeah, it is empty. No, I was saying that is the DM. I was
Okay.
it. And you two need to give me a minute before y'all really do anything over there.
Yeah, I said I was just gonna look around when we got that far.
Yeah, we just gotta kill this lady first.
She doesn't seem to be stopping you from going down the hallway because she saw Wit go down there.
Well,
But she's gonna stop us from coming back with a prisoner, most
see,
likely.
Cotton doesn't know what in the hell Jeremiah is, but he thought he was going to come over here and preach, and he's afraid to leave him alone with, because there's no telling what this freaking droid will say.
That's probably a wise idea. Just
So he's like, am I going to have to kill this lady, or whatever it is? It looks like a lady. It looks like a. It's very androgynous, Aslanti. It's David Bowie Aslanti.
I'm sorry, what?
That was one of the more obscure albums.
Androgynous and Atlantic.
I don't know. I think Bowie could just cross so many different. He was way ahead of his time. Way ahead of his time.
man. In Labyrinth, I think he did his best work.
Oh shit! No doubt. No doubt.
I agree.
He was great. When he
Either
died,
way,
my
we're
wife.
pushing David Bowie out into space if we need to.
Huh.
When he died, my wife was like, "Who's David Bowie again?"
Wow. Well, that's some people were into Britney Spears and some were into David Bowie. It's just I was into Pink Floyd.
Man, a lot of dudes were into Britney Spears.
I.
Oh shit! This got fired. I hope.
All right, so state your business.
We were required to make sure that we have full privacy for this operation. We need to make sure with visual sensors. I need to confirm for my records that this landing pad is empty and free. So I need you to escort me in
Do you have
quickly.
clearance?
Well, of course we have clearance. And
Are you sure?
are you questioning my thing again? I do
Yeah,
the
I'm questioning you. You're an android.
What's the clearance?
Your life, you have no life. You're a tool. So you need to just shut the hell up and go sit down.
What's the clearance? Clarence.
Come on, ID 10T. Let's go.
Oh, I thought I was waiting for her to answer Zimpano. There.
ID 10T, nice.
What did Zampano say?
I I was just realizing that Marv said ID 10T, and I appreciated it.
Oh, he's just making a joke. Okay.
I'm running as fast as I can to get away from the preacher now, because Jeremiah's about to do something crazy.
Do you try to lead him away?
I tried, but he's not listening, so I'm like, okay, plan B.
You guys, like, while we're distracted, you guys should be getting the prisoner.
No shit, we're
Uh-huh.
going. I'm going. I'm figured. I've given up on this. I'm going.
Me and Zampano are just making sure that she's focused on us and not.
Well, Wit and the professor are down there.
Well, actually, all of you, just give me a perception check. All of you.
Um,
Where is it?
Oh no!
Wow. Did you have a piece of dead meat in your eye?
No self-awareness, no perception.
Obviously, Jeremiah is glitching. You see sparks kind of coming from his eye area, and you're not sure what the hell's going on. But let's see. And for the future, I will not ask for another perception roll in this manner, just FYI. But let's see. Wit and Cotton, since you've been kind of in this area and walking around a little bit, at least at some point, you notice that there's a camera in the southeast and southwest corner. The southwest camera is obviously out of view of Ieta.
like here and here.
How
Yes.
high up?
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Where's the professor? I can't see him because line of sight. Is he down this hallway?
Sorry.
Yeah. How high up is the
There
camera
he is.
that Wit and Cotton point
Give
out?
me a second. It's here somewhere.
Cotton comes running up the back of the professor and spits on his fingers and smears it all over the camera lens to kind
Yeah, that works. I was
blur
gonna
it.
say if it's not that high up, I was just gonna jump.
Well, I've got to see how high up it is because I'm pretty sure it's at least 10 foot.
Oh, I forgot. Cotton's got stilts on. He won't be climbing a professor in stilts.
Nope.
That's something we do in our private time, though.
His stilts double as good.
I
Uh,
put my stilts on, and the professor says, "Hey."
He's got a button on it that's got like the moon boots.
Oh, I know it's here somewhere.
They're go gadget legs.
Oh, I do. You know what? This is the future. I should have some go-go gadget legs.
I would definitely say that would be an augmentation.
Or boots that just lower themselves,
Yeah.
if not actually expanding your legs.
Do we want to switch scenes right now to what they're doing over there while we've been
Aggravating that whatever it is.
distracting?
Yeah, this is line of sight's cool because I have no idea what you guys are doing over there. I can't see anything.
Yeah, which is nice.
So
You hear-
is this door open? It's my understanding they just expect us to do what we need to do, so I'm just going to move through here like I know what I'm doing. We're looking for cell block F, right? No, it's like
I thought it was
G,
J.
J,
It
or
was
something
J.
way up
We're
there.
You're in.
J, aren't
You're
we?
in cell block J. You're just
Oh.
at the entrance to it.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
whole prison complex on the surface of a moon.
Right,
Hey,
but
No
guys,
moon.
It is a moon, Brad.
Oh.
Fuck.
Hey, do we have a did we bring in like comms, private comms? I forget.
It's a dwarf.
Yes.
Probably.
We all had comms and we were gonna set it for like, common, or actually I think we were gonna talk in Vesk in secret. But I don't
thought-
know if everyone else
Oh,
can do that.
I don't do Vest, but I thought we had. I guess what I'm asking is, do we have a private channel I can switch to tell you guys, hey, this is what my plan is?
We
Where they
decided we had
can't
an
hear it?
in-helmet communication.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vaguely remember that.
Okay, I do that then. I say, guys, I'm keeping her. I keeping the guard busy. You guys hurry up and get her.
I'm
Get
getting her-
get the prisoner.
I'm getting her digits.
what language do you say that in?
In common.
Oh,
It's on our private channel though, so.
okay. Is this door open?
No. It seems to do a similar scanner to what was it? Outpost Z, and it goes.
Is the camera in a spot where, being 7'8" with horns on top of that? Well, I guess I don't have horns right now. I have a helmet.
Well, you use the appearance change to
Make them tiny, so the
yeah.
helmet would fit.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go
I'm
tuck my
still
son in.
Okay, I'm still looking up for height of cameras.
I don't remember what we did. I thought it was just like waved your hand over it, or it scanned the Aslanti face or something.
I think the one on Z is
Well,
Benno got
it's
sick of us
similar.
just staring at doors and then they opened.
It's similar. It's a similar design, but this one seems to be scanning for something specific. And I believe you were told that they were bloodline locks, so they scan for pure Aslanti DNA. So you're going to have to somehow get through this door, which we will get to once I find the height of these damn cameras.
Slice that woman's hand off.
Well, I started
Yeah,
to
you know
say,
who has
I
the
know
pure
who's got
Aslanti
Aslanti blood. Right there, someplace is somebody with pure Aslanti blood. There's more. Yeah, but we need to do something with the cameras before we do something
Can I
with her.
use overload on the door lock?
Hold on, I'm still trying to find the height of the cameras. It's here somewhere.
Oh, well, I gave up on that because you reminded me I changed what it looked like.
Maybe it's on this one.
So now I don't need to jump up and hit it.
I knew I should have made a note of this somewhere.
Good evening, Scuba. I see you out there, boffering, lurking in the snaky
They really
weeds.
should have, like, when they said cameras, just listed it there because that seems like the first thing a player would ask.
Well, I think it's pretty much standard throughout the cell block, unless otherwise noted, but I can't remember what it was.
I'll just make something up because I'm going to ignore that idea.
God damn it.
Huh. I wonder, and you guys tell me if this is a good idea or not before I do it. Since this lady thinks I'm glitching out, would it make sense if I just randomly, quote unquote, shot out the camera and maybe a couple other things? Like, oops,
Just like
sorry.
shoot it randomly going like.
Yeah, and have one of those random shots hit the camera. I don't know if that would, or if she'd just shoot me dead right then. I don't know.
She starts to go and draw her weapon, then Zampano can punch her in the face.
Well, I could say if you're like speaking into private comms, I could say, do that, and then I'll run up to you and like act like I disable you. You lay down on the floor, and okay, I'll fix him, and then I fix you, and then up on your feet, and then act normal
And
after
then
that.
they'll have a reason that the cameras are out because they'll ask her and she'll report in. Nah, it's just some dumb droid.
I like it.
This is pissing me off that I can't fucking find it.
Or we could just use her as Lanty pure blood and get the hell through this door.
Either way, we probably want to crush the camera and make sure that she reports in that it was a malfunctioning droid. Then we can cut off her hand or whatever.
Or as soon
Okay.
as you shoot the gun, I will try to, or shoot the cameras. I'll try to hack into the door and get it to open anyway, while they're not watching.
Whatever works.
And if that doesn't work, we cut off her hand. Or I guess you could just punch her in the back of the head and we drag her body over here. If you don't want to sever any limbs.
Well, what's one less, hand on Aslanti anyway?
But make sure you say, hey, could you give us a hand with this?
Ha ha ha! Professor, you're just hilarious.
Hey, these make me even funnier.
What are you doing? Are you reading, Vena?
Yes.
Am I distracting you? You know, I think I just had a telepathic moment because I swear I could hear Vena say, "Fuck you, Marb."
The first documented case of telepathy in
I
humans
swear it was like
from
came.
a
It came to me.
Starfinder game
Yeah.
online. They created a bond of hate. That
Well,
transcended space and time.
fuck. Well, I'm gonna say that they're at least 10 feet up, unless they're otherwise. Unless I stumble upon the actual at some point,
Okay.
because this is just weird.
Go, gadget legs.
All right, so what's going on? Let's get back to Jeremiah and Zampano.
Is that what we want to do, guys? Do we want to do the old switcheroo, hit the camera, get her to report in? It's just some dumb droid.
Yeah. Also wander around first, like at random,
Oh,
seemingly.
yeah, I've been glitching out. My eyeballs are frying.
There's
I
at least
guess.
2 cameras to shoot.
You really should put this android out of its misery.
Lieutenant Zivrak, excuse me. Let me try to deal with this droid.
Oh yeah, dude.
Okay, so once he gets close enough and starts pressing my buttons, then I'll go all wacky and try to shoot the cameras out. You know, just run around like crazy and shoot the cameras out.
Here, I'm gonna intentionally push your buttons.
Oh no.
Kinky.
You know, just run around like crazy and shoot randomly in the walls.
Cotton
and
starts
happen
chasing him around the room.
to get both the cameras.
All right, we're not actually going to do the movement on the map,
Okay.
Oh.
but just go to your endpoint.
I just end up right next to her again, only powered down once I shoot up a few things, you know.
You gonna try to shoot them cameras?
That is the goal.
Space.
I don't know what he wants me to roll or if I roll or if it's I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably going to need a roll. I'm just not exactly sure what kind of stats to get it. Give me a sec.
Who knows? Okay, sure, no worries.
Well, he's shooting it with plasma that could overload the wires really easy. It does do electrical and fire damage.
Uh, I mean, like, I don't know. It's gonna be up to you guys whether you want to knock her out or cut off her hand or
That's
whatever.
gonna be up to what happens when you start going off. What she does.
But when I see this camera go out, I'm going to try to hack into the lock, regardless of what's going on over there.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough.
All right,
Like,
well,
I
just
guess.
give me an attack roll.
Okay, I guess the important bit though is like, um, we got to get her to report in. It's just some crazy droid.
And I'm gonna disguise something. I'm gonna say, Zampano, get him, and I'm gonna point to one of the cameras.
Okay, I don't know if he wants to count that or not.
I don't.
Pretty sure get 'em does specify creature.
Okay, then it doesn't work then.
Alright, I guess just an attack roll. You said.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know, if Cotton is there pushing his buttons, he could be aiding him by using perception and pointing subtly.
Mm.
All right. I will say that is a hit, so roll me some damage.
Oh, I got some damage for you, baby. Got it right here.
Ooh,
Ooh.
electricity and fire. Wow. How about a
Yeah,
little
that's gonna
fire,
try to
Scarecrow?
circuit.
Oh, it has electricity damage too. So
Yeah.
I would probably say that at least damages the camera enough to begin malfunctioning.
Okay.
Fire bad.
hooray, guys, we did it.
All right.
And I
She
I pass out or whatever.
all right. She raises her weapon and points it at Jeremiah and says, "Get that thing under control, or I'm going to shoot it."
I jump, grab a hold of him, and kind of press around on his neck, and I guess he collapses.
Powering down.
Did he shoot both cameras?
That was a goal. I don't know if I did.
No, you were only able to get the one in the southeast.
One by her, right?
And it's looking this way, or is it moving back and forth, panning?
It seems to be stationary, but you would probably bet that it's wide enough to get the whole room. Wide enough shot to get the whole room. And at least part way down the hallway.
Well, I
So-
shot it, so
Kind of like that.
it's gone now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can assume the other one is like that too.
Yes, it can see part way down the hallway. Probably the other part of the hallway.
I just want to know if it can see that door.
Yes, it could see the door.
On the other hand, if it only is designed to see part of the hallway, it means you should be able to shoot it from a distance. Because it assumes the
Okay.
other camera's there to watch you.
First, I gotta look at one thing.
Okay, so
There's
I
the
act like
table.
I'm tinkering around with something in the back of Jeremiah's head here. All right, powering back up. Everybody stand back.
Hey, do we know the Aslante's theme song, like their national anthem?
Zampano probably would.
We're racist douches.
Racist douches.
Okay. Because when I power up, I want to play the theme song. Just to like,
Just
welcome, welcome, Aslante Droid 2.0, serving you so you can service humanity or Aslante-ness. Or
He
I don't
connects
know.
to the internet with Aslanti Online too, doesn't he?
Exactly. You know, the modem
Hey,
sound.
why was there sound of someone having sex on a rusty spring bed?
you've
All right,
got
so
mail.
I'm gonna need a bluff check from the both of you.
Okay. Don't blame me.
I believe it.
Where's her sense motive?
I mean, I'm not even there or in this universe, and I already believe Cotton.
Hell,
That's an
pretty
average
boy.
of 23.
All right. Well, I obviously gave Jeremiah an easier DC for the bluff on that, just because of what he was attempting. But Cotton certainly made up for any difference. All right, so she lowers her weapon and
Jeremiah
pre-
stands up,
from-
starts singing the national anthem.
I don't know about that, but she raises her arm closer to her and presses a couple buttons on her armor. You can hear in Aslanti that she's saying, "Malfunctioning droid, put this camera on the repair list," that sort of thing, and
Give her
send an extra guard out here.
I give her a smart salute as I go to leave, and I go to leave.
I'm turning him into the station when we get back.
Guys, get her. Get her.
I'm trading
Knock
him in
her
for a
out.
newer
Okay.
model. That old piece of shit, I'm tired of it.
We're gonna need her hand, guys. I say this on the private comms, because we can smuggle a hand. But
So,
not
Professor hasn't been able to hack the door?
everything.
Well, this
Ah,
camera's still watching me.
Oh.
Yes, the camera is, and there are some things that you can do regarding the camera. I hate how it says a PC able to reach a security camera, and then in parentheses it says see scope of room below.
Okay, so Cotton walks out here.
But it's not there.
Cotton walks out here. Can I see Zivrak from here?
No, he's around the corner. He was last at the door.
I mentioned I was going to the door.
Yeah,
Not Zivrak. Witness.
I'd say
Oh, where
probably
is
not. No, if you can't see him from there.
But he is down there, right? I don't remember seeing him
Yes.
before.
Yeah, he was on the other side of the door from you.
I'm just gonna move away from here and say, Wit, I think we're gonna have to go to Plan B. Might need you down here. And I'll say that in Vesk.
Did you mean to go back?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's see. You're trained in engineering as well as computers, right?
I'm not. Just computers.
Zivrak. Zivrak.
Yes. I actually am able to use every single skill with this character.
Oh,
Because I
wow.
have a problem.
Yes, you do.
I have a problem because Steve can do the same.
Since I'm assuming Wit would have pointed out the camera to you, that you figure you can either get up there and tinker with it since it is out of light, out of out of sight of the other guard down the hallway, or you can try to hack into it to do a loop, for example.
Can I use overload to have it misfunction for a turn, and while it's malfunctioning, is when I attempt to hack it so I could do it more obviously?
I was about to ask you to give me a smarts roll, but I caught myself. Give me a general intelligence roll.
Geez, helmet is too tight. I'm gonna Benny that.
I'll allow it this time.
If you ask enough, eventually sometimes it happens.
I mean, it's just like,
Well,
wow.
shit.
Well,
Both ends
fair
of the
enough.
fucking spectrum, dude.
This is the universe messing with all of us, but mostly me.
You probably figured that using your overload to cause it to short circuit would probably set off some sort of signal, tampering type of signal. So your best bet would probably be to physically tamper with it or hack it.
All right, well, let's do that. And man, I wish I was one level higher so I could wireless hack.
What is your normal height?
My normal height is 7'8".
And I think we lowered it by about a foot or so, and we're just playing you off as a really big Aslanti.
Yeah, I worked with a guy who was 6'8",
What?
so that makes sense to me.
I would say that you could probably get close enough to the camera to tinker with it.
Can I let him stand on my shoulders?
I think that would require acrobatics from both of you.
Well, not athletics for me. I would think athletics because, well,
I
either
like
way, it's the
athletics
same
better
roll.
It is.
because
It is. Well, I say acrobatics because it's more balancing.
Okay.
You got to get the weight right.
I
Worse.
really wish I didn't have this current armor on. I tell you that much.
Yes, it's going to be quite heavier that way, but he's able to reach it without any assistance.
Oh. Okay. Never mind.
Is that engineering or computers?
Which one do you want to do?
Engineering.
Okay.
Okay, that was weird. I went to roll it, and somehow the dice bounced off the left side of the screen and didn't roll after it bounced across the screen. It was weird.
Maybe that's a sign. It was a sign.
Wow. I have to say that you just barely made that DC.
I like it. That's not a very IDC.
All right. You do manage to bypass the countermeasures and roll me a 2d4.
All right, this color is way too erratic. I gotta get a stable color.
Roll them
Well,
again.
don't
I
turn
gotta
it
see if you get
down.
double fours.
Just for testing purposes?
For science.
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
It was worth a try at least. But yeah, it's going to be short circuited for pretty much 2 rounds. So if you're going to tinker with the door, you have a very limited window.
Cotton comes over and starts looking at the door.
Yo, cut her hand off now. It's time, Zampano.
Ready to do this?
Well, we only got 2 rounds.
How about we just knock her out and drag her over here?
It is
Get those
possible to
beer after.
it is possible to hack it.
Okay, so a computer's roll. How about I help Professor?
Actually, it's an
I'm gonna chat it up with her and yeah.
didn't.
Since it has both engineering components and computer components, can Cotton do a computer and I do an engineering because we work together?
I'll allow him to do an aid as computers.
Like when we have to type stuff, you'll get typing.
So go ahead and roll me that computers, Cotton. Yeah, you look up some decent schematics of something similar, and you're all about telling him how he should do it. And I think that's a +2. And yeah, you ace that. And now I need a D4. And you want low. Ooh.
I'll take that extra 1 I rolled before.
Let's see.
I think it was 3 too.
Nope.
Yeah.
It was 3 as well. Oh, where the hell is it? I think
And as soon as the door opens, before we did this, I'm gonna instruct Wit that as soon as the door opens, he should barge in there because, he's too
Okay, if
fancy
you
looking
say
as
so.
Lanty, but actually he's a
Uh
giant
oh.
lizard person.
Cotton says, uh oh.
no, that's just a D100. You're fine.
I rolled a 1 on a D100 before.
All right.
It happens 1 out of
And
every 100 times.
When they had the Fantasy Grounds Unity launch party in Orlando, me and Rob Toohey and Baboonsky, Dean Baboonsky, and Drake all got a bed and breakfast, or what do you call it, Airbnb or whatever. And Babs did this whole, it was like 2nd edition, but we played it with 5th edition rules. And we got to the very end, the big bad BBG, and I rolled a crit, and he was using these crit tables, and he said, "Okay, roll a D100," and Drake goes crit, and I rolled it, and it was 000, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And so Babs looks it up, and he's like, "Okay, you one-shotted it and killed my big bad guy."
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Shadows Under Moon was born.
Turns out the weakness was stabbing it in the eye.
hello, Izzy. She's talking to me. She's
Meow.
trying to tell me what to do. It's on this one somewhere.
The Aslanti should give us more treats.
She actually doesn't like treats.
The Aslanti should give us more attention when we demand it.
Look at my
I think
butt.
that's it. She's being awfully vocal. Let's take a 5 while I look up what I'm looking for, just to double check something.
Cool.
All right, we'll do that. We'll keep talking to folks. What are we going to talk about?
What did you talk about? Life?
Life. What would an android know about life?
Man, I got the ones and I got the zeros. Sometimes I have to talk to zeros, and it sucks. But then you get the number ones out there, and they're pretty cool. They're number one, in fact. So,
Which one is your
life's
Aslanti
good for
girlfriend
ones
over there?
and zeros. Man, she's a Schrodinger's cat at this point, because I don't know if she's gonna be a one or a zero, because I don't know if we're gonna need her hand or
She
not.
gonna be a one-handed.
Yeah, if this door thing don't work like Zivrak wants it to, well, we'll find out, I guess. I really wish I could have shot both these cameras out, to be honest with you. But I didn't roll that great for the shooting roll, so it makes sense.
Did you see Spence comment in the chat over here? Androids know all about wooing the toaster or the microwave.
And make them pop right up, if you know what I mean.
Ah,
I had a ding.
that's
You
what
know
you're
it's
always
just
doing in the
right.
galley on the ship.
Shh, don't talk about our relationship that way.
That's it. I'm having that microwave replaced when we get back.
Hey, you put food in it, I put other things. It is what it is.
Spin, what are you doing tonight? Are you doing a prep video or just kind of hanging out? Spin does he does a stream. It's Starfinder prep, like how to use Fantasy Grounds and prep the
Oh,
game and how it
that's
all works.
like a how-to thing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of. That's his approach is, and
Nice.
there's a lot to this rule set. So I think having that stream is, and he is. I mean, you can see it over there in chat. He's Spinster77 on Twitch, and you can catch him. He knows the ins
No,
and
that's
outs of
super
Starfinder.
helpful. Super helpful. Like I'll be honest, I don't watch streams of games being played because either one, it's
Boring as
not
hell.
that interesting, or it makes me want to play and I get frustrated because I can't actually be playing. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So I just don't.
I watch
Um,
other streams of some of my friends, that I play and stream with.
oh,
Uh,
that's cool.
but I'm usually working on my own stuff and watching their stuff at the same time. So.
Yeah, but like a tutorial thing, like I'm always watching YouTube
Oh yeah.
videos on GM the top 10 GM tricks or whatever, you know what I mean? So those are interesting. So a stream about that, a stream where someone runs through their prep for the next session, that'd be actually really cool. I would do it, except for I know that some of my players would just watch it and then, man, don't watch the magic happen, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
takes away the mystique.
I don't know. I quit my Deadlands. I used to run two different clients in Fantasy Grounds Classic, and it's not that I built this new machine. I mean, hell, I could run two instances of Unity and have lots of images loaded, and it wouldn't be a problem at all. But I just decided that I was tired of messing with two different clients, the game client and the DM client, and streaming the game client. So,
Yeah.
I told the players, look, just, you can look at the screen if you want to, but I'd advise you not to. Play the game like you're going to, but I'm not going to stream the player client anymore.
It
Yeah,
was like the time when we were so completely, utterly separated, when it was like two things going on at once. I did like be able to actually follow along that way.
Oh, when you were in the maze with the
Yeah, when we were in
ghosts?
lost on one side, yeah.
Yep. You guys have
Yeah, that
gotten
was actually kind of
yourselves
fun.
you guys have gotten yourselves in some real shit in that campaign, and as the whole posse, you've managed to come out of it. You still have original members. Like, it is Deadlands, but I mean, people die. Savage Worlds. So
Right. At least I found what I was looking for, so I was correct in that assumption.
hooray, you did it. I give you an inspiration point, GM.
Yay. Don't do that. There is no
Don't.
inspiration in here, is there?
No,
Nope.
there's not. I think I need to look into like some sort of hero point type of deal.
I thought there was an extension for that I saw before, for like the core RPG rules that worked for everything.
Oh, that's right. You did say. I did say it opened. But yeah,
But
so
you didn't say it
there were.
open. You started going and rolling
Yeah.
on tables.
No, I didn't say rolling on tables.
You rolled a D100. You were rolling on a table of some sort.
No, I wasn't. That was a percentile die.
It was something scary, whatever it was. You were rolling terror die.
Well, any GM die to you is a terror die.
To be fair, Jenkins sometimes rolls things in the tower just to mess with us too. So
yeah,
it's his fault.
I don't like doing that. I like to actually have a reason for rolling.
No,
That way
brother,
I can
you're
tell you-
welcome
I
to do
can't
a
tell you
shout
when
out in
you
here.
ask.
Welcome anytime, man.
Go in there.
Take advantage of
Alright,
the audience.
so-
These players are all Starfinder players.
A few rows of uncomfortable-looking chairs line some of the cold metal walls of this oddly shaped room. A large steel desk blocks the door in the northwest section. A simple door exits to the south, and a more imposing door leads. Yeah, I have the map kind of weird.
So, just for clarity's sake, that door to the south, is that the one we're coming in?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the one we had a 10-minute discussion about.
Okay, now before we approach the warden, did we not forge some kind of clearance papers to question these
Yeah,
particular prisoners we're
yeah.
trying to?
I rolled a 26 on that. Veno told me to remember that, and I wrote it down.
26 for your what?
It was you had me like
Forgery.
forge something, and you.
Oh, okay, that's right.
I think I even put it like in my notes so I wouldn't forget, but I actually remember
Right.
now.
Did you give those papers to all of us, or?
I would imagine he just has one copy of them because it took a little while for him to do it. But there is somebody over here, at this desk.
Go up. Cotton.
You got Cotton Dew here. Click, click, click.
We need you over here, quick.
Well, Cotton's gonna janky movement through everybody. Well, he can't because he's on stilts. He's
Whoops.
normal size right now. So.
Well, I'm not going to bother retconning it.
He's not used to that, so he runs right into right into Wit's back. Boom.
At this desk in front of him seems to be a computer. He seems to be like a receptionist type of thing, but he's still a guard here. So let's see, and that door is probably more fortified than the others. Let me double check that.
It's probably some dude who really screwed up, and that's why he's on this job instead of doing cool prison stuff.
Yes.
Somebody's got to do it.
So,
Intake process and everything.
So to rehash, our plan was to come in here and act like we were on a special mission investigation for like the CIA or whatever it is for the Islandi Empire. And to question these prisoners on something that's top secret, right? That's what I'm remembering.
That definitely sounds like a thing.
And then we
I
run
have the
like
names
hell.
written down, and I put them in chat. That's the part I made sure to remember.
Yeah, there was one of them they said to make sure we got out, and Sedona, and then the others, if we could, was Mothkala and Sichik.
And then there was an unknown Slavara. I think Menno said Sikshik is some kind of sciencey guy.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
this is-
3 others that they requested that the Glass Cow requested you get out.
This is perfect. Maybe we will start by saying we came to question Mothkala and Seachik, and but the key may actually lie with the Slavar that we're unsure who that would be. Are they associated with any Slavar that you know of?
You could say that they had they've been given fake names this whole time, and one of the things is we need to question them to get their actual info.
That's right.
Update our files.
By the way, when you do enter the lobby, the guy at the desk kind of gives you a cursory nod.
Nod back to him. I'm trying to get through the door. Is the door clear now?
Yes, the door is open.
Because I don't know what this room looks like. There we go. Getting a little bit more of this room here. There, let me move to there. Okay. Oh. All right, rounded. So he looks like a clerk of some kind.
Yeah, he's like the receptionist intake person, but he's still dressed like a guard, still has a sidearm and everything.
So I'm going to move over to him and I'm going to say, we're here to speak with the warden. This is my first time here. Can you direct me to the right location, please?
The hell is
Some
that
kind of
noise?
alarm is going off.
1 second.
I think it
Wait,
was a phone call.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't an in-game alarm. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, is this
No.
an
No
in-game
shit.
alarm?
Cotton just fucked up.
I
I think, he
thought,
had, I think he had his phone on this next to the microphone.
okay, because I was about to get my plasma gun out and go ham and just start shooting shit. I'm glad we clarified that was a OOC thing.
All right, so you approach him, and he looks up from his computer with a bit of disdain and asks, "All right, what's your business?"
Our business is to speak with the warden. And none other.
Hmm.
Hey, nothing happened.
No, Cotton Dude just blew up the moon accidentally. Pop, 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 pop.
All
Run, everybody!
right, give me a bluff check.
Uh-oh. I was afraid of that. Oh, that's still not bad.
Hmm. He kind of gives a little bit of suspicious look. It's unusual for random guards to Aeon guard to ask to speak to the
Well,
warden.
don't
but
forget we're in elite uniforms and stuff here, elite armor and
Or at least Wit is.
yeah.
may I tell her what this is in regards to?
What do we know about the Aslanti?
We should call it something. Project
it's
Zeta.
would it be the
something.
Gestapo? Would it be the KGB? Would it be the CIA? Whatever the equivalent of that is for the Aslanti.
I am unsure what their information network is called, to be perfectly honest.
MI6, whatever.
Operation Push Out the Airlock.
Well, that
7, it's the sequel.
yeah, that
You should give them a name like Project Zeta. And they're not,
no,
it's
6 minute
classified.
abs, 6 minute abs. Yeah, that's so Cotton would basically tell them that that's who they're here for. It's completely classified, and they are only at liberty to speak with the warden. It's regarding an ongoing investigation, and there are at least 2, there are at least 3, if not 4 prisoners here that might have valuable information to help us.
Stop a terrorist attack
Right.
on Aslanti City.
On the capital.
Those
I
Pack
have no
World
idea what
bastards are preparing to launch an attack. I don't know. Cotton's just making up shit as he goes.
All right, well, hold that thought for a moment, because I just realized that Zampano was left behind in the room with Aida.
Hey, I'm keeping her distracted.
She's repeatedly asked you to go about your business,
Here, I'm flexing for.
to the point that she's
He's flexing.
Not my business, baby.
You like what you see?
Mm,
I guess if she's not into dudes, then I'll make my
well,
way out here.
she doesn't seem to be. Well, actually, let's see.
Does it actually say what she's into? I'm liking
No,
Pathfinder, man.
She has a strange thing against people named Zampano.
I mean, so do I at this
Eat
point.
people. Oof. No one likes his dead.
She seems to be kind of giving you the cold shoulder. To be honest, she not really paying that much attention to you, and you can't go through walls.
Oh, you like the skinny guys? Ah, my bad.
Easier to dominate.
Wait.
See,
Yeah.
you can't go through the wall.
You like it? You like it
She
when I
pulls
crash into the wall?
she pulls out a gag
like
ball
it
and a
when I-
strap on. You're in trouble.
You like it when I crash into the wall? Yeah?
Let's not role play this out, guys.
Sticking his things down his throat. What? Nah, you got stuck on the wall. That's okay.
Arr! Alright. Hey guys, what's up?
What's up?
Do you Ludilus? Ludilus? What? What the hell kind of name is Ludilus?
You sure it's
Lu-
not
I think it's
Lutilus?
Ludilius.
Ludilius.
Or,
Still,
what are
that's
you reading?
a combat
Ludilius.
tracker.
Ludicrous?
Oh, Ludilius.
What kind of name is
Text to
Ludilius?
Ludilius speed.
Well, don't blame him. It's his mother's fault. Come on.
I blame the writers of the module. I mean, who the hell
No.
named somebody that?
He changed his name from shithouse to latrine.
The name
basically
is
there's space for-
Shathid.
Yeah. That actually, my wife had a run-in with that.
So did a friend of mine that was in the Marines or in the Navy, and he worked as a bouncer at a bar. Tried to
Yeah,
pass it.
she's a pharmacist, and this person came in to fill a prescription for her kid, and the kid's name was Shithhead.
Yep, Shathid.
Yeah, I'm sure the kid changed their name.
I grew up with a guy named Dale Head, and he had two brothers, Wayne Head, and there were several of them.
Richard.
But no, when we got older, come to find out, Dale's real name was Peter, and his mother had named him that as a joke because she was really young when she had him. Said, "Well, this would be, we're gonna name him Peter, blah blah blah," and then they called him Dale all his life. So, he's pretty mean, by the way. Pretty mean dude.
I mean, I would be too if
Whoa.
my mom named me.
Peterhead.
Yeah. So, William
I
Head.
mean, Wayne Head and the other one wasn't so bad.
Richard
I
Cranium.
think Richard is the way to go.
Good evening, Belle.
I'd probably go by Richie at that point.
It's Lady Killer. Lady Killer is in chat. Okay, so what are we
Hello.
doing here?
All right. Well, back to Cotton and
Chris.
Yes, that dude.
Ludi. We're just going to call him Ludi.
Lou.
Sure, Lou works too. All right. So
Alright.
I'm assuming you have some form of credentials or authorization.
Cotton just doesn't even turn around, snaps his fingers, looking for the forged documentation. And he steps back he steps back like he doesn't have time to talk about this anymore. We are in a hurry.
All right. So you go over there, grab it, head back. Wrong one.
And I do wish we had set up the missile ship idea, because then we could be like, oh, quick, they're coming, we gotta go now. And everybody would be like, oh shit.
Well, this prisoner name on here, I don't believe it's in my system. Let me double check that.
It is
No?
possible that they are going by other names. Do you have any of these other prisoners here? What has gone wrong with our systems? How come we not track these prisoners? Cotton turns around and kind of winks his eye at the rest of the gang.
Maybe those dumb recruits who are putting the info in were using the alias instead. Yeah.
Also known as Bertha Butt. She's one of the Butt sisters.
Well, I'll have to go speak with the warden. Please have a seat here.
What do you guys think's in this?
I knew that would be lost on them,
That's the wrong
Sven.
way.
They're all too young to remember Bertha Butt, one of the Butt sisters. I can only remember what song that
Take
was
the
from.
warden hostage if we had to.
Now I have to find where the warden's office is. It's going to take several minutes, obviously.
If you
Camera in.
brought our computers and played Space Tetris.
Is there a camera in this room?
Do you want to give me a perception?
Cotton pulls out
mean,
his
But
communicator.
I will.
Cotton pulls out his communicator and looks at it and he goes, "Shit!" in his Lanny, whatever that is.
If there is, I don't see it.
It's
I guess.
headquarters, and he turns around and he starts having this conversation with headquarters. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, we're trying, but right now we're being held up by what? I'm sorry, what was your name again?
He's already walked off.
Oh, well, fuck. Cotton's looking around.
We're alone now. If there's no cameras, I'm just gonna.
Well, you don't see a camera, but Zivrak does.
Okay.
It's right above the camera, or right above the computer desk where
But
Lou
I
is
don't
sitting.
see it, correct?
Well, the wall is angled. You probably can't see it from there, maybe.
Okay. Well, if I looked around, I didn't see a camera, so I'm gonna start trying to break this door down.
You're really going to attempt to break a door down?
Well, does it open?
Zivrak, do you want to point out to him that there's a camera right there?
Hey, Jeremiah, over there.
Oh, well, I quickly stop.
Now imagine you're like mid punch or something. You're like, wait, what?
You know, I do that thing where you're going, but you miss a high five, and then you kind of try to blow it off by running your hand through your hair or something. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. I'll allow it.
I am the glitchy droid after all.
Those glitchy droids, am I right? Wink, wink. This is so much sneakier than just kicking the door and shining a lamp on everything.
Oh,
Actually, I'm finding it enjoyable to let's just kick the door in and kill everything and leave nothing alive behind us.
As somebody who has read more of the module, I would recommend against that.
Really?
If we did that successfully, could we get 2 levels up?
Let's
I don't know.
not
That
do
might
that.
be pushing it.
Let's stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Cotton starts getting all
There
jumpy,
it
all
is.
nervous.
Sorry, I closed one of my story windows by accident.
But if dude walked off, Cotton would absolutely walk in here and take a look around.
I mean, you're more than welcome to access the computer.
A little perception roll. Does he see anything laying out that looks interesting? Probably not. No.
Hold on.
Let's
Oh,
look at
there's
the,
the lobby.
we want to look at the names of prisoners. Professor. Cotton starts punching keys on the
See.
computer.
Yeah, there is a computer on the desk. You can attempt to gain info or exert a small amount of control over other systems.
I'm gonna act as his like watcher. This door. As soon as I see this door, I'm gonna be like elbowing Cotton.
Door.
Or wherever the guy went.
Oh.
Looks like a door, but With the line of sight, I can't fully tell.
Okay, so dude walks off. All right. We immediately
Yeah,
hop on
well-
this computer.
Well, what's weird is I'm not seeing any sort of warden's office, but I know the warden is in the module somewhere.
It doesn't. We're just trying to find out if any of these prisoners. But let's start with Sedona. Is her name on the list of prisoners in here? Let's try to get that information out of this computer.
Well, let's see. It does require a hacking, so
Okay.
somebody needs to give me computers.
Professor, I'm at a +7. What are you at?
Plus 12.
Okay, I'm assisting the professor.
All right. So that's DC 10, right? For a +2.
I think so.
DC 10.
That's definitely one game. I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Do
So
I?
go ahead and give me the computers roll. Whoever's aiding.
I'm aiding.
This one I think is aiding and abetting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you also betting?
Oh, that's a success. So take a +2. Did you
Oh,
already
I
add?
didn't add the +2.
All right. Well, that was not a success.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
My figures.
I shoot the door down now.
That door is heavily reinforced, and they did point out a camera.
Are there any like physical copies of stuff here? Or is it all electronic?
Like a clipboard, with
Yeah,
prisoners.
it's still the government, even if it's the Aslanti government.
Gotta have clipboards.
All
Are
right.
there
Well-
3.5-inch floppies?
Well, you were unsuccessful in
Not to talk.
you were unsuccessful in hacking the password. I was just double checking there wasn't any sort of security.
Yeah, but his password
Right,
wasn't password.
What about
Maybe I should put a
password?
dollar sign on it.
Yeah, dollar signs instead of S's.
Hashtag password.
P at $$ W0RD.
All right, you want to give me that again?
Yeah, although, were there any like physical copies of things on the desk?
No, it's all
Give it
digitized.
another try. Fuck! I'm not much help,
Alright, you were
Professor. I can't figure this
No,
out.
you were successful in the
Oh.
aid.
Oh,
I thought it was 23.
nice.
I mean, that's good, but still no cigar.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
The-
they must
the
have
dude's still
periods
gone?
and like commas.
The dude's still gone? Somebody needs to be keeping an eye out for him. Try again. I fucking give up. Oh, that is a success. Come on, Professor, you can do it.
No, we can't.
Oh, but
Cotton,
yeah.
Cotton, where's that panda that smashes the fucking computers in the office?
All right, so I know my next character is going to be an Awakened Bear Technomancer, and it's going to be that panda.
Your cum panda.
Where do you see my Kung Pao chicken?
Well, I can say so far, everybody that
The gnome fist?
the dude has showed the documents to believes them.
Can we give just one more try?
Yes, one more try.
Jimmy Caster's Bertha Butt Boogie. Thank you, Sven. I
Crack
I
your
wouldn't
knuckles
have
first,
remembered
quick.
that shit for nothing. I think I was like 7 years old when I heard that.
I can't hear you, Cotton.
It's because I'm talking to the stream. We're talking about Bertha Butt. Jimmy Caster's Bertha
What?
Butt Boogie. Spin looked it up.
Wow.
And then Stark says send the gnome fist as the tank. So we're gonna send the gnome fist in there.
Zampano, I think you've been replaced.
Beaver with an axe.
Hey, if you need a computer unlocked, I can take care of that.
Someone
Yeah.
should do that, maybe.
Someone
One of
is.
you.
Excuse me. How much longer are we gonna have to wait? Cotton tries to tie the dude up in the doorway over here. As Zampano runs in one more time.
Oh, did I leave that door open? I thought I closed it.
Oh, I don't know. Well, let's close it.
Yeah, the door is closed, so you shouldn't be able to see through it.
I can. I see dude right there. He's lurking.
Weird.
But he's not hostile. That might be related. He's neutral,
Do I have him
and we've
targeted?
seen that before.
I do not have him targeted. So, no, I should
It's
be able
weird.
to. Even with the option to see your party or see,
That's
Yeah,
true.
I shouldn't see everybody else. You shouldn't see everybody else, though.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Zampano, are you helping or what's going on?
Sorry.
All right, do you still see them?
I did try and
Yeah.
move closer.
Is because I don't know.
Yeah, let's
Where?
not worry about it. Turn him hostile for a second.
It's worth a check. Try.
Nope. Still same. Anyway.
Well, you don't know that he's returning, but I will allow for one more check. Oops, I didn't mean to double click you.
So Cotton moves over here to try to keep an ear out on this door that's
Oh
closed.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Is get
And I thought you were going to
physically
help.
block the door.
I thought you were going to help Professor hack the computer.
Oh, I could do that. I don't have a computer skill.
Oh well.
Oh,
Never
then
mind.
you can't help.
I thought you said I can help with the computer.
No, I
That's what I
said if
thought.
you need something. I said if you need a computer broken open, I can help out.
All right, one more time.
Oh, I misheard that then. Go ahead and give you a +4 on that.
All right, cracking his knuckles, cracking his neck, cracking his hooves.
He got crack in his hooves.
All right, that is successful.
Yay!
You are able to download a map of Cell Block J and the rest of the prison, as well as a list of prisoners being held in this cell block.
Upload it all to our
Though-
personal comms quickly.
Though there is no mention of androids or any prisoner named Sedona.
Is there any similar spellings or known aliases? Also, if she's an android, they probably don't count her as a person, right?
That's a good assumption.
Does this have like I guess we don't have enough time to see if there's any like seized equipment or anything.
All right. While you're in there, you can you find something else. You find an access point for gaining access to a couple. You have an option of gaining access to some places. Do you want to give it another computer's check?
Yes.
Anybody want to help him out?
Yep.
It's like on TV where we're both typing on the same computer.
Fuck! Can't help you. Yeah, we're lost.
Oh, that was totally a 19.
I know, right? It's a conspiracy.
It switched over just right then.
About the time you finish typing, the door opens and he comes back. I'm afraid the warden is not in at the moment, but I have informed the highest ranking guard of your inquiry.
Where's the interrogation chambers? Do you have a cat of nine tails?
I don't know, sir. These woods are pretty bad. You might have to get to 10 tails.
His tails go up to 11.
It goes, it's one louder.
One tailier.
Yes, they all died of spontaneous combustion. Well, our last drummer didn't. He's asphyxiation. He choked on his own vomit. Well, it wasn't his own vomit.
So would you care to wait, or perhaps I can bring some of these other prisoners that you're requesting to speak with?
That would be fine. We need to take advantage of the time that we have. It's of the utmost importance. Again, interrogation room, and bring us. Well, bring them both. Set one outside. Yeah.
I'm afraid procedures only allow one at a time. I just have to find.
Sir, do you think we should have someone escort him just in case?
There are. Yes. We can't allow him to pass information on to him. They must not know.
I think we'll use the processing room for that. Oh, it is processing and interrogation. It's so long it didn't fit in the story window. But it is about halfway through the game, so let's go ahead and take a 10-minute.
Let's do it. Queue up. Where's Snaz? There's Snaz.
He's like way over there.
Yeah, so let's see. Going on. So Bofrin, does your amp go to 11? My amp goes to 11. It's one louder. I better take advantage of this 10 minutes, and I'll be right back. We are back. Back in the New York groove. Are you guys all back? Is everybody back?
Yep.
Back again.
Somebody sending me private messages.
Oops. Let's do a ready check just to make sure.
What is your desire?
Everything is good. All right, so you have convinced Lou here to interrogate some of the other prisoners.
Lou.
So,
Excuse me, I gotta use Lou.
wrong kind of Lou.
Skip to my Lou.
You
If
don't
you
know what
follow me,
you don't
please.
know what this Lou likes. After you, sir.
So I guess I follow him this way. We going
Yeah,
after
he went
him?
north.
He went
He
north.
went north.
Oh, okay. Cotton turns back this way. Oh,
That's a wall.
gotcha.
You're going to turn back that way? Really?
You said, oh, north?
Yes. He went north through into the next room.
Well, for Pete's sake, just here. Let's just go in that next room.
What the hell? Oh, I thought I opened the door. My bad.
Very nice, very nice. This space station you've got, it's kind of round, like space stations should be. Round, like on the
Yeah,
moon.
because of the risk of depressurization in corridors and such.
Never had to worry about that before.
Well, you have
Pretty
round
solid.
corridors. Come on,
Are all,
associate.
are all of y'all going in?
I think so, unless the others are gonna break down the door, one of the two.
I'm trying to, but it's not letting me.
It's a very solid. No.
Cotton starts
Fine.
looking at his data pad. Let's see, which prisoner can you bring me first? And he's looking at the names, and he says, "How about this Chichik? Chichik. That doesn't sound like the real name. We'll get to the bottom of this."
Like a big dude. Do you record say it's some kind of insect man?
I've got to ask, Wit, are you splitting up from the group?
I saw a corridor, so I thought I'd go have a look down it around the corner.
He is the one who looks like he's probably in charge. He's got the fancy armor and sword.
Let's see, you said Chesick. Yeah, damn it. I don't remember where the hell they are. Not that one. Well, damn it, I know they're here somewhere, for fuck's sake.
Did
For
you check in the
fuck's
prison
sake.
cell?
Or in your other pants. That's no move.
Okay, that's it. Leroy Jenkins! Cotton takes running off through the. Yep, come on.
I follow him.
I got chicken.
Okay, this is where they are. So, yes, one of them. You wanted to speak with Chiswick. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I don't think that could be its true name.
Gotta find the story window. There's so many fucking story windows. I
Are
mean,
these
just so
dramatic
many.
lights
They're
shining in the
called- they're just called-
interviewee's face?
I think most people just call them stained glass windows. I mean, you can call them story windows if you want.
I like that name. First, are these lights to shine? Like, do we put the interrogating guy in the chair and then we shine these lights on him?
I think so.
That's what I want to do.
All right. Well, there's no NPC for this. It looks like. Let me double check. Nope. All right. So, and yes, I guess those would be lights or of some sort.
Lights, man. I'm
They're
digging the
hanging. I'm gonna
light.
reach up and tilt them so I can like be the light guy while Cotton talks to him.
All right. If you'll wait here, I'll bring the prisoner. Here. Walks off.
I am the
Door
light
closes
guy.
behind him.
What's in this door right here? Can we take a real quick look?
It's the hallway. And since you technically know the layout of the map, you would know that if you can still see him anyway, that he's heading to where the regular cell block is. All right. So while he's doing that up there doing his thing, let me do this room. All right. This bleak room contains an intimidating desk with a single bright light shining down on it. One side of the room has a pair of showers that lack any privacy, a nearby bin for clothing that holds a single towel, and a row of hooks holding several sets of prison coveralls.
Is there soap?
Now, did
It's
that
on
desk?
the floor.
Did that
Oh.
It's
desk?
on ropes.
Did that desk roll an intimidation check? I didn't see one.
He was in the tower.
Yeah, intimidating desk.
It is. I don't know. I did not choose these words.
What
Are
if I
you
look
allowed?
around?
Yeah, silence is violence, sir.
Says he's only following
Are,
orders.
are you looking around?
Typical Aslantean.
Look around a little bit. Should one of us go and look around the other place while we distract the
Oh,
guard in here?
I thought you were meaning in this room.
Well, definitely that, but I mean, someone else could look around too. I think Zamhano's the stealthiest amongst us.
So,
Isn't caught.
so Wit is wearing this like Imperial armor, right?
I have
This.
plus.
Yeah.
So when this dude gets back, I'm going to say loud enough for them to hear, "I'm sorry, Your Highness, but they do not seem to have a prisoner named Sedona."
What would the address be to like
Is-
one of
is
those fancy guys?
As if you're talking to the Emperor.
To
over
some
Tom?
form of nobility. He doesn't need to know. No, I'm addressing Wit. Like Wit may be a
Oh,
prince
okay.
or something, you know. This guy has no idea. He's just some fucking schmo that works in a prison out the edge of the system. No wonder they're all grumpy out here.
Well, this is probably normally very boring and dull.
Yeah, compared to a beach someplace, or yeah.
Compared to
Yeah.
anywhere.
If you're the Imperial swimsuit inspector,
That's right.
The female body inspector for the Aslantean Empire.
what's around in this room if we look around?
Delicing spray and shit like that, I would imagine. Professor, did you look out in this hallway out here?
Yeah, I looked into hallway. Also, I think we got the general layout of the place from Jeremiah.
Did we?
I don't remember. Oh, I don't know if you actually got one. I know you were asking about it.
Yeah, I think we moved on from that though, because Veno was getting super frustrated looking up the height of cameras.
Oh, that's right. Well, the way
Yeah.
he phrased it, it made it seem like I didn't have to look in the hallway, but now I want to look in the hallway.
Well, they're not exactly incredibly noticeable. You have to really look for it, and it does have a set DC. So, ow, ow, ow. Though I suppose now that you have the map, you can probably know exactly where they are. And in that room, there's like 7 cameras. I'm sorry, 3 cameras. Let's see.
Oh, did we
3,
get it? When we
3
hacked, did
security
we get the
cameras.
map?
Yes.
I suppose you
You-
can like unmask it for us.
That's no moon.
Wow, this is a pretty big, cool looking map. Wow, it keeps going.
Yeah, it's pretty big. You see Lou enter with another guard with prisoner in tow, and he sets her down on the seat, and he steps back off into the corner, and Lou returns to his desk.
So Lou is not in here.
No, Lou left, but
Al
Eliana,
is here.
yeah, Elenia,
Al.
Alania.
Aluminium.
This is not the prisoner that we asked for.
No, that's a prison guard. He
Which prisoner did they bring in?
the one you were asking for, Seekchik or whatever. This is an iridescent blue Sharon. She's missing a foot and two of her vestigial arms.
How many
She looks,
vestiges does she have?
Well, she's an insect, isn't she? So she should have
yes,
like 6.
Like 6
yeah.
vestigials?
She vestigial arms. I think that means arms that don't really do much.
Arms that don't really
Um,
do much. Tyrannosaurus arms. Like the lady that works at the McDonald's drive-thru. Here's your order. And you gotta like reach out your card.
It's like the appendix.
So Cotton doesn't like the fact that this guard is in the room, and he walks over and says,
Sir, do you think he has clearance?
he does not have clearance. I'm sorry, this investigation must be done you need to leave. Your Highness, I'm
Stand
sorry. We can't get the cooperation we need here. Your Highness. Cotton
Give me
turns
a
around,
bluff.
starts bowing.
Now they're one
Man,
of
we
those.
should just have you bluff everything. Bluff the
I know,
camera,
seriously, one of those
bluff,
legendary cotton bluffs.
bluff the
Damn.
moon, bluff the world.
I think the only way that I would allow this if it was a nat 20, and I'm going to do it in the open, just so you know. Okay.
They were gonna say the only way you would allow his bluff as if it was a nat 20. I was like, come on, 35.
Oh, I thought it was to bluff the universe. He needed a nat 20.
Yeah,
No, I was meaning for
to detect it.
Elenia to.
I'm gonna bluff reality so that I
Non-fun Al.
So that's why I said it was a 1 in 20 chance. So he kind of blushes and he exits, returns to his post. I'm
Professor,
going to.
does this room have
I'm hiding.
ears?
It's got a lot of eyes.
Don't you have like one of those cool little hand comm units that like can scan the room for bugs or something?
Well, I can see that there's a camera there, and there.
Oh, you have a set of
Well-
eyes?
Presumably, the map at least indicated there's cameras in this room. I'm thinking.
Yes, there's 3 cameras. One located high on each of the walls.
I assume
how
I assume they set the prisoner in that chair.
Yes.
On the other hand, if you hold this clipboard in front of your face while you talk, they can't read your lips.
Cotton walks over here.
Put your
Don't-
COVID
don't you-
mask on.
Yeah, you all have helmets, or most of y'all have helmets or something on.
They
That's true.
Cotton stands across the desk from him. We are only going to ask these questions one time. And
I've
you
already told
and
all I
you
know.
will give us the answers we're looking for. And he slams on the table. We're actually here to rescue you. Witness, will you please come and question us? We don't know how we're going to do it yet. Where were you on whatever date? Blah, 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 blah.
Thursday.
I really wish there was a performance, because I don't want to give you another damn bluff.
What about intimidate?
Disguise. Acting the part.
Maybe I'll.
Well, if you're attempting to, I'll say this. How about an intimidate for the cameras and a diplomacy to reassure the very scared-looking Sheeran?
Can I
That's
sleight of
good.
hand to give him a thumbs up?
That means something very different than Sheeran.
Well, I think you got your idea across to her while still scaring her a bit in the process.
There's trays on the floor, don't worry.
I hate to do this, but a couple of eggs pop out of her egg sack.
What? Oh my God.
Where's Dr. Vecht when you need him?
That's just disgusting, Veno. Keep
Sorry,
yourself
it was
together, madam.
It was a reference to Jenkins Starfinder game, and one of the characters there. He's basically a Sheeran doctor. It's kind of like Zoidberg from Futurama. Not a real doctor.
He's got a certification from like that one place that's a thing. and
Western
stuff.
Governors
Totally
University.
fake. Something just totally fake sounding, but the whole shtick is hilarious.
He does like to ask people about the health of their egg sacs.
Can I see your guild?
Should I tell them to bring in the next prisoner?
Oh, and in response, she's kind of giving you like bogus names and a bogus story and whatnot, playing along.
I'm going to try to, between my rantings, whisper, we're looking for Sedona. And then what did you do?
She'll give you, the bogus answer again, and then she'll kind of cower her head away from, the cameras, or as best as she can, and under her breath, she whispers, "The slave pens."
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, they
You,
could
you,
give their slaves writing implements.
since you have the map and such, that would be this area.
What? Where?
Oh, there.
Oh shit! Well, of course, way in the fucking back. Fuck.
Well, of course. You think they're going to make it easy?
We should maybe go look around. Should we ask for a tour because of your the mission? Maybe.
All right. So, actually, I don't know why I brought him all the way back because was supposed to just stay right outside, bring the next prisoner and whatever.
Yeah. What Cotton would tell this guy, you guy with the girl's name, Alania.
You.
Yes, sir.
And he kind of whispers to him, "We're going to be bringing these prisoners in and out, questioning them one at a time. It's a tactic. We're trying to get to some certain information that we've been assured rests within one of these. Keep these prisoners close, right outside the door. Bring in the next one if you would, but do not let them speak to each other."
Give me a bluff.
Man, even his bad rolls are good.
Well, that was his sense motive.
Oh, it was?
So,
Okay, here.
yeah. So I'm going to say, he kind
There.
of looks at you. No, you can't do that.
What?
But
You said bluff. I'll
this-
give you a bluff roll.
how to I know in 5e the runner wins ties. How's it work in this? Because the runner would be Cotton. He's rolling against the other guy.
Could Zampano and Jeremiah do intimidate to help them to basically be
Oh,
like
I see.
looking tough and going, mm-hmm.
It's more the way I
Also,
see it
let's
is it's
do
more of a
it.
draw. And he's like, I'm sorry, sir, but there's no way I can break protocol. Only one prisoner in interrogation room at a
Here
time.
we go. Okay. Rolled a 2.
Oh no.
2 people tried to intimidate. Oh, he looks like he's about to piss himself, but he manages to somehow remain steadfast on his orders and protocol.
All right, let's.
Well, you'll get
However,
your
he-
exercise before this night's over then. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because that's what it's going to be.
however, I can allow you to question them at their cells.
Well, now why didn't we just start there and we wouldn't be having this discussion right now?
Well, I'm kind of bending protocol here, but I hear the warden's going to be down here any minute to double check things.
Well, good.
So
We asked to see him, 30 minutes ago.
Guys, is this a good idea? Should we be like, aha, this was a test to see if you'd break protocol and you failed. You're under arrest, and then cuff him?
Well, I don't know. Does Jeremiah go off again and do that?
Did you finally take? Did someone finally take the manacles from the character?
He has broken protocol.
Elimination.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna do that. Why not? I'm doing it. You have failed in your duty to the Emperor.
Your Highness, please don't execute him. Cotton turns around and looks at Wit.
Hammer, don't hurt him.
Protocol suggests execution, but the prince can order him to instead be confined in with the prisoners.
I'll withhold exterminatum for now.
I will escort him to the cell, and we will have him with his own cell, and then the rest of the prisoners will be transported to another cell.
Supervised just in case.
We've totally just completely blown the GM's mind here. He's like, what? No, I'm not allowing this. No.
Why don't we just all?
You're gonna play by my rules, damn it!
Well, I'm trying to make this scenario a little bit more interesting than just sicking the entirety of the prison on you. I mean, unless that's what you really want, because I can do that.
I got a lot of batteries for my plasma cannon.
I'm just saying that I think if need be, what we need to do is to get into the system and turn off the lights throughout the entire prison, because we have better vision in the dark than they do, or I do anyway. I'll point to you guys the right direction.
Cotton doesn't have a problem with that for about 120 feet.
You have, well, Zampano, well, you have a glowy knuckles. You'll have to use those.
My fists never run out of ammo.
At least,
I
if
don't
we
think I
just
can
need
see
those
very
at
well.
that point.
Oops, that's not the right one. All right, so you're wanting to be escorted to the prison cells. Is that pretty much accurate?
Yep. As quickly as possible. We'd like to have all the prisoners together before the warden makes his appearance. Then it's just a matter of getting the fuck out.
First of all, we need to cut off their communications with the outside. Then we turn off all the lights, and then we run really quickly.
You start finding a
And
way to do that, Professor. You start
Well,
figuring
the
out how to
map
cut them.
the map did what's the word? Mention or notate that those two on either side seem to be reactors powering cell block J.
What now?
Look for the pink arrow.
Yeah?
That's a reactor. Well,
okay.
yeah, that's a reactor, and the one on the other side is a reactor.
you know what we could also do?
They're outside, though.
If we blow a hole through the wall, we all have at least like a day worth of environmental control on the moon in our armor.
I don't think I need to breathe, so I'm good.
We need to run over to our ship on the moon.
Yeah, but what about our
What
prisoners?
about our prisoners? Yeah.
Hold their
That's,
breath.
Hold your breath, guys.
To be fair, one of them is an android. Is more the one I was thinking. I guess the other ones will have to take the armor off these corpses.
Well, insects don't breathe,
Corpses.
right? Insects
yeah,
don't
they do.
breathe.
Yeah, they
Doctor
do.
So you can hold their breath for like days.
So what was the other prisoner's name that we asked for? Mothkala. I figured that'd be the one that looked like a insect.
So you still doing them one at a time, or are you going back there?
Well, no,
with them?
we're going to the prison cells, but I'm just wanting to know what this other, and then a Silvara. We asked if there was a Silvara that was known to associate with these two in here.
Yeah, you definitely did see the three on the list.
Okay.
That's why they're able to bring them to you. But
Okay.
the
So the
one says
Silvara
that
as well. What was the name they gave to the Silvara?
It has some long ass weird name from my recollection.
Okay, that's good enough. We're just gonna call it the Silvara. So.
Which part of the cell? What are these various bits? Are these all cells or are these control rooms? Oh, I see. The little bits are the cells, and it's a control room for said cells.
Right.
I got it.
Let's see. I was actually going to give you the name since I just found it, but I'm not going to try to say it.
Oh, good.
Latrina Kina Tamo.
Latrina Kina Tamel.
Let's call him Tamale.
Tamale.
Tamale latrine.
Now you see why I didn't want to try to pronounce it.
Letramac and Netamol. Letramac and Netamol.
I say Latrina Tamal. Let's call them lettuce. They are lettuce.
It's mall for short.
Dale. Parents changed their mind after they named him.
I
Alright,
have
let's
no
go.
idea.
Let's go.
What is that?
Let me get the map zoomed
What?
out here so we can figure out where. Why don't you just unlock the tokens, Benno?
The
and
giant space mine thing.
We'll follow the dude back here to the prison.
Oh, it's not a mine. It's part of the decor of the floor.
The
It's
power core?
black. No, decor.
Not a shadow.
Oh,
You know, as in
core.
decoration.
It's
part
a
of the floor.
mosaic. It's a
You're pronouncing it right. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I've pronounced it wrong so much in my head that
it's
I don't
Well, I mean,
recognize it. when it's
parquet
pronounced.
design.
Well, it does look slightly raised as far as the map is concerned. But
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
it's got
that
a
may have
shadow.
been I think that
Maybe
may have just been aesthetics. But as far as I could tell, it was empty.
Since it's a landing pad, maybe those are like magnets to hold on the ships.
Yeah, possible.
But it described it as like a black star.
So basically, what I'm seeing is there's only like 3 people on this floor that aren't prisoners that we can see, correct?
Well, that you know of doesn't mean you're not being watched.
Yeah, sure, but this door at the bottom here, this goes back to the dock area, right?
To the south, yes.
Okay.
One way in, one way out.
Thinking, how long would it take us to run just full sprint down these corridors?
It might take you a couple of rounds.
Yeah. So about 12 seconds.
We have to disable
I
the
don't
door
know, like
locks.
a couple minutes, 3 minutes. 4
Professor,
minutes?
disable door locks. Can you do it?
Probably.
Well, can you?
If you find the control room.
Yeah, can we? Oh,
We should go down to the prison place, and I'll look at one of the terminals down there. Because I can, if anyone's watching on the cameras, they'll be like, "Oh, he's looking up prison records."
You might have to disguise your tampering, but I would allow you to like do that to try to fool it. That door doesn't open for you, Cotton.
I was thinking like one of these places, depending on which cells they're in.
Well, for the sake of brevity, I'm going to say they're on the same side.
But Sedona's down in the slave pens. We need someone to get her. So
Wait a minute. Isn't this outside? Because isn't
the reactor?
Isn't this an airlock?
Yes. So the landing pad is outside because ships have to land.
Sorry, it is a landing pad. All right, okay.
Yes. I thought we established that already.
No, I was just asking what, because you said that thing in the middle is a design on the floor, right?
Right. Or on the landing pad itself.
It definitely looks like a 3D object to me.
It does, but that's what
You can even see a window.
Can you?
Right.
Yeah.
So I have an idea.
On the bottom right, near the top, it's like it looks like a little escape pod thing.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the possible escapes, but I'm unsure.
All right, guys, I have an idea on our private comms.
Okay, what's the idea? I'm listening.
Right, so if Cotton and I go down there, Cotton can keep the guard distracted while I go check the records in the computer to try to create a distraction.
Wink,
And-
nudge, nudge.
Well, Cotton's following the
Meanwhile-
guard to the prison.
Yeah. Well, this is while we're walking down. I'm saying. Meanwhile, Jeremiah and Wit can go break Sedona out of the slave pens. And if Zampano can sneak back to the ship, he can come land it on the nearby landing pad. And then we could just jump off through the landing pad, jump in the ship, and take off and fly away.
I see multiple holes in this plan, to be perfectly honest.
Do I get to Jeremiah is for the plan that lets him shoot the most things and give justice and charity.
You'd give justice and charity in the slave pens.
No, because we need them alive.
I know you'd give them justice by letting them escape, and charity by letting them escape, and also
Okay,
justice by
justice-
murdering the guards.
Justice is the name of his plasma cannon, and charity is the name of one of his rifles.
Well, okay, you'll give those to the guard.
Now that we're in here, we just have to, because if they're only going to let us have one prisoner out at a time, if we have any hope of getting them all out, we've got to take the camera system out.
Yeah, so if you distract them, I will go check the records on the computer system. Wink, wink.
Okay.
So is it going to be on the left or the right, Veno?
Yeah, the left side, upper left. But let's see, I'm looking for a thing.
The fact this circular part isn't symmetrical is bothering me.
What? Oh. Now that you point it out, yeah, that's kind of bugging me too.
The what? Oh, it's not true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's asymmetrical. Let's see.
The bottom hallways are thinner than the top hallways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where the fuck is the damn? For Pete's sake. Well, since I think I have a little bit of setup and y'all have a little bit of plotting to do to get 4 prisoners out of here alive.
To the appropriate places first so we remember better.
Hey, just a question. Our ship's in the dock, right?
The cargo dock.
When you're in the system, can you shut down their spaceborne defenses?
That is definitely something we should look into.
If so, we could just go back to the dock, fly to where we now know they are, and blow a hole in the thing while we give them. I'm sure we have spare, like enviro masks or something that we could give them.
Or they should be able to hold their breath for like
Well, they don't even need to.
10
we could just
seconds from running from
literally
inside.
bring them some gear to help them out.
You're suggesting that we expose them to hard vacuum.
Yeah.
I think
We don't
holding
know
their
the-
breath is the least of their problems if
We
you
don't
tend
know
to do
if
that.
Their
are there
eyeballs
other firemen
like
here?
cave in. Their brain comes
Yeah,
out
the
their
moon
ears.
is soft vacuum. Worse.
Do we have environmental suits?
Or
we do.
stop hoovering.
We have like 500 sets of this armor we can equip them all with. We could make ourselves like
They're on the
a
ship.
gear instant. Yeah, if we're talking about if we bring the ship here.
Yeah,
Oh.
like I'm assuming we could go right now to the ship, get a cargo container or something, and bring them. If again, assuming
Like 5 squads worth of guys.
Because then we won't have to run through any doors or anything like that. We just have to hold off the guards while we blast a hole and just walk to our ship. You know what I mean? Are you seeing what I'm saying here? Picking up what I'm putting down?
I like it. Though I'm worried the Venom just went, oh, and rubbed the shit thoughtfully.
If we can shut down the spaceborne defenses. If not, they'll just blow us up. So.
Mike's having an unboxing party over there.
What are you opening?
I ordered some stuff. This is like, it's like
it just removed your existence.
Icewind, is that Icewind? I can't see it. Yeah, Icewind.
No, it's that Critical Role stuff. Looking at some of their stuff because I was thinking of running a campaign in the Wildemount setting in a bit. I also got that I got that Numenera slipcase set in the mail for that game system. I gotta start looking at that here eventually, but
Are you reading, Venna?
Yeah, I'm looking for something, and I can't just seem to fucking find it.
Pretty neat. The spine of the slipcase has this like opening, and it's actual metal piece in the spine that has like holes in
That
it
was my cat
to go into it. Like this isn't solid here. It's actually like a piece of metal with holes.
It's probably what might not be picking up well on the camera.
Yeah. Let's see.
Her?
Oh, I'm having an allergy attack. Camera not available. Oh, there he goes.
Well, no, I was just.
Oh.
Yeah, getting rid of the.
Oh, yeah, it's got like you can actually see the books through the hole there. There's the books, and this is a piece of metal built into the spine of it.
Neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. But it's like it's like the main core book and like the expansion for Numenera. I thought about running a game for that eventually.
Brad, you know we can't have cat porn on here, so make sure that his brown eye doesn't turn this direction.
Like that?
I made sure there were no nipples.
Well, I think we're gonna end just a tad early, so give me a little time to.
Yeah, you need to investigate this because I think we went about this a way you didn't expect or something. Because
well, I remember seeing a fucking encounter with the damn warden.
What?
Level up.
Level up. See.
That's the sign that Brad has played in a game. Every episode.
It is a recurring motif with him.
I'm morally, spiritually, ethically, and professionally, and physically, and wizardly required to ask. It's in my contract.
Good night, Carl.
Good night, Carl. Yeah, so let's see who we're gonna raid tonight. I see Quicksilver's doing Pathfinder. I think we'll do that.
I wonder which one. I mean, I found the NPC for her.
That's what we'll do. We're gonna raid him. So we're getting ready to fly over there. Everybody say hi to Quick.
Hi to Quick.
Yeah, he's always thankful to have people. Here we go. Thanks for coming by. I think that's it for my streams this weekend. See you next Tuesday on
Turn it
Direct.
off this time, Mark.